What's going on, everybody? SuperSaiyanPaul here, back at it again. Today we have the final episode of Dragon Ball Super airing, Dragon Ball Super episode 131, and we're going to be discussing spoilers as well as leaked images as well as more things upcoming with the movie as to what we're thinking and predicting is going to happen in Dragon Ball Super episode 131. Remember guys, it's the final episode, the finale is tonight, and it's only in a few hours at the time of this recording and upload, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on notifications to be updated to all Dragon Ball Super news, information, updates, as well as uploads relating to the video games, as well as like the video and lend me your energy, guys. It helps me out so much and I appreciate all of your support. Anyway, tonight is Dragon Ball Super episode 131, and what we know here is, based on the few images that we have leaked, is that Goku is going to be jumping back into the battle. We know that Android 17 is alive based on episode 130. Him and Frieza are both going to have to tag team for a bit until Goku's actually been able to recover from his Mastered Ultra Instinct teardown. Basically, what happened was Mastered Ultra Instinct had a huge toll on Goku's body, and he's literally sitting part of this battle out. And what we're waiting for here is to see how much damage can Jiren really dish out and how much can Frieza and 17 take, because we know that Mastered Ultra Instinct was super powerful, but regardless of the fact, he drained a lot of his energy in that battle. Can 17 and Frieza take him on? Because 17 and Frieza were both beyond that of Super Saiyan Blue, and we don't know how much more powerful they were since then. So with those things in mind, will they be able to hold Jiren off in a weakened state for a while? Because Jiren still has a lot of power based on the preview, and these spoilers are showing us that in these images that he still has some fight left in him, and Goku still has to jump into the fight regardless. Now, determining on who gets the wish, there's a very simple breakdown as to what makes this super predictable, and if this does not happen tonight, it's going to be a crazy turn of events. People are expecting a major twist tonight because it's the final episode. We know we're getting the movie, and Dragon Ball isn't over as a franchise. It's just Dragon Ball Super ending tonight. Now, with these things in mind, people are speculating that out of everything that we've been given, especially with the movie and stuff confirming that there's still existence afterwards, it literally gives away, unless they pull something out of the water here in this final episode, that 1, Universe 7 survives. 2, out of the 4 people in that ring, 2 of them, the most likely to get this wish, are either Goku or Frieza. Frieza being the wild card who has been there since the beginning of his resurrection, and it's literally one of the best things to have him on the stage up until the very end here, because he is probably the most interesting character there next to Jiren. 17's the MVP and all, but it's just not, his wish isn't that intriguing. Having Frieza around those Super Dragon Balls is what keeps this episode really interesting and keeps your eye locked onto the screen. We know that Jiren's most likely not going to get the wish. However, what I want to see is them reveal what his wish was originally going to be, because they kept mentioning it, they kept name dropping it, and they kept giving us slight hints to his backstory. However, him being the cardboard thin character that he is, I want to see that wish bring some more character into fruition. We saw some of that come out of him in episode 130 through battle. However, it's still not enough. Not as much as Frieza. Frieza having some of the most character development ever, especially with things such as him giving Goku energy, and seeing if he's about to turn into a good guy here is going to keep our eyes glued to the screen, especially mine, because I really don't care if he becomes a good guy or not. I think it's kind of in that direction and I see it coming, but I think Frieza or Goku will get the wish, and I don't necessarily see this wish being used for evil. Universe 7 survives regardless. Goku survives regardless. The Farewell Goku title doesn't necessarily mean Goku dies indefinitely after this episode. I mean, he could always be revived with the Super Dragon Balls directly after he dies if that was the case. And imagine if he did, and that literally is how Jiren gets eliminated, and then they use the Super Dragon Balls to revive Goku. I don't necessarily see that happening. What I see happening is either Goku or Frieza gets the wish. If Goku gets the wish, he wishes everyone back. Jiren especially, because not only Jiren, but Universe 6, he want to have a rematch with both Jiren, and you probably want to see the Saiyans again in Universe 6. So I would see all of them getting revived. All of these new characters that they just introduced in this tournament are just too good to just leave like that. I mean, universes have been eliminated by Xeno before, but it's just not we haven't had those universes show us their characters that have already been eliminated before Xeno decided to wipe them all off, and we had some characters here that were really cool, and I think for them to build the future of the Dragon Ball franchise, you need to keep it as big as possible. This way, they can do as much as they want. So that's why I see these universes getting revived, especially out of all of them, Universe 6. The new movie is featuring an ancient Saiyan, could be Yamoshi, but with Saiyans being, in this new movie being the origins of the Saiyans, as well as the most Saiyans ever, Universe 6 makes the most sense to revive. Universe 6 being the Planet Sadala arc that we were supposed to get, could have been like really reformatted into this movie. That's where all the animators are going, and instead of giving us a filler arc after Dragon Ball Super Tournament Power ends, because that's most likely what they're going to do to bridge the arcs between each other, they're focusing it all on putting this animation into the movie, which is both a smart move by them, and it's still a decent move in terms of like being a Dragon Ball fan for us, because if you guys were actually going to skip through the filler, who was really going to watch that? And on top of that, I mean, there's some episodes in the Dragon Ball Super Tournament Power, a lot of us skipped through as well. The Re-Brienne episodes I skipped through, so I would have still loved to watch Dragon Ball Super regardless, but imagine how some of the filler would have went. I still watched the filler arcs, and I mean, the only ones I couldn't take was the Re-Brienne one. So tell me what you guys didn't like in the Tournament Power, which ones did you guys skip over? But that was mainly the ones that I skipped over, and we would have probably gotten another 6 months of filler regardless. So they're skipping all of that, throwing it right into the movie, and Planet Sadala makes the most sense. Now, for the wish for Frieza, yes, he could wish for something evil. However, there's a few things that could happen here. One, he used up too much power and Baba has to take him back. Based on the spoilers as well, we know that Frieza was supposed to death beam Jiren after Jiren thinks he like finalized the win here. So I'm guessing that Frieza expends a lot of his energy, or he does get the wish and he just wishes himself back to life. I have a feeling Goku's going to use that wish on Earth to give Frieza back his life, because Frieza not only saved him in the middle of the tournament, Goku and Frieza have a bond, and they actually show that in the past episode where there was a small moment where they revealed all of Goku's past battles and him turning the bad guys into good guys. Frieza was included in that little montage there. It was Piccolo, Vegeta, the two androids, Frieza, Tien, all of these guys were just used to be like Goku's biggest rivals, and all of a sudden they're good now, including Majin Buu in a way, shape, or form, because he was good. We know that, but until he was separated and stuff like that. I mean, Goku has a way of turning bad guys into good guys, and tonight might be the revelation that we've all been waiting for, seeing if Frieza finally becomes one. It's been so long, one of the most iconic anime villains, and one of the most iconic anime characters ever, to just come into fruition of him becoming a good guy tonight. So that's probably one of the most mind-boggling things. I don't necessarily see Jiren having that much of a highlight, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. I nearly see everything revolving around Goku and Frieza tonight. More than anything, Goku taking the win and Frieza getting his justice, because there is a screenshot and a leaked image of him holding Jiren by the neck. So Frieza hated Jiren for the fact that, especially what happened when he bum rushed him before and Frieza just got destroyed. Jiren's been on Frieza's hit list for a while, and he knew that Mastered Ultra Instinct was the key to taking it out. That's why he kept helping Goku. But I don't see them having that much time to have this left off in a cliffhanger where Frieza's gonna have the whole world in turmoil. That trailer that we saw with the movie showed everything looked like it was bright, and dandy, and especially with Earth still being intact and things of that nature, I don't necessarily see it being a heinous wish. The way things are leading up to, like, the movie, everything seems as though it's leaning in Universe 7's favor, more so Goku's favor, and it's just gonna revolve around Goku's wish more than anything. I see, my predictions is that Frieza most likely will either get stopped from getting the wish, or even if he does get the wish, it's not going to be for something bad. I see a change in Frieza's character. Even in some of the screenshots that we've seen, his attack style it's mirroring some of Goku's attacks. Like in a few still frames, it's mirroring Goku. So from the moment he was resurrected, he had this bonding thing that he was like with Goku when they were punching each other in the gut. And you could see like there's a bit of a bromance, a small bromance that was brewing this whole time. Hashtag Goku and Frieza bromance if you guys got this far in the video. Do you guys think Frieza will become a good guy? Do you guys predict that he'll stay a bad guy? What do you guys think is going to be the wish from the Super Dragon Balls? Revive every universe used for something heinous. Revive Jiren, Universe 6. Who do you guys think is going to get revived? Will Frieza use it for something evil? Will it end off in a cliffhanger? This episode tonight is going to be one really grand episode, and honestly, I have a very sad feeling over my head right now because of the ending, but at least the Dragon Ball future is still in good hands with the movie in the not too distant future later on this year. So there's still hope. It's not the biggest heartbreaking feeling that we got back in the GT and Dragon Ball Z days when we didn't know what the hell was going on, but at least we have some hope at the very least. So I'm hyped. It's still very sad, and I can't wait to see you guys when the episode airs tonight. I'll be going live afterwards, so make sure you guys check out the review and the live stream later on tonight. Smash that like button, turn on notifications, subscribe. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.